October brings us a fascinating and rare planetary alignment, one that many in the astrological and astronomical communities have been buzzing about. This alignment, or planetary geometry, involves the outer planets, Jupiter, Uranus, Saturn, and Neptune, forming what is referred to as an apparent square. It's an arrangement that has intrigued both professional astrologers and stargazers, and for good reason. This particular alignment is not only visually striking, but historically significant. Before we dive into what this means for us here on Earth in October, it's important to understand the configuration of these planets. As we look at our solar system today, Saturn and Neptune are gradually nearing a conjunction, while Jupiter and Uranus, having recently passed through a conjunction themselves, remain closely aligned in the sky. Neptune and Uranus, in particular, are still within a sextile, 60 degrees apart from each other, a formation that has existed since their conjunction back in 1993. These two planets have a synodic cycle of 171 years, so changes in their relative positions are slow but steady. As a result, the square they form with Jupiter and Saturn in the cosmos is an interesting but slightly uneven arrangement. If we shift our view to the middle of October, say around the 17th, the alignment becomes more precise. From Earth's perspective, this geometry places Neptune, Saturn, Jupiter, and Uranus in a configuration that can be best described as a square or near square when viewed from certain angles. The Earth, caught in the middle of these planetary forces, adds another layer to the cosmic dance, with the Sun on the opposite side of the arrangement. Now, why is this so intriguing? Some have pointed out that the last time we observed a similar planetary geometry was in 79 CE. Yes, the same year Mount Vesuvius erupted, leading to the destruction of Pompeii. This historical connection has sparked discussions, particularly among those who study the influence of planetary movements on earthly events. Could this alignment indicate the potential for geological events such as earthquakes or volcanic eruptions in October? The thought is that the gravitational pull of these outer planets could exert a significant force on Earth, increasing the likelihood of seismic activity. However, it's essential to look deeper into the science and history behind such claims. When we examine the planetary geometry in detail, it's crucial to consider that what may appear to be a perfect square from one angle can look quite different from another perspective. For instance, if we take a top-down view of the solar system, this so-called square looks more like a skewed asymmetrical shape, with Neptune and Uranus far apart from each other. The illusion of a square only occurs when we view the planets from Earth's tilted axis and a highly specific angle. This leads us to an important lesson in planetary geometry. Context is everything. We must consider these configurations from multiple angles and dimensions, both astronomical and astrological, before drawing conclusions about their significance. It's easy to get caught up in the visual appeal of a planetary alignment, but true understanding requires a more comprehensive look at the forces at play. Now let's address whether this planetary geometry is genuinely significant. Have we encountered such formations in the past, and did they lead to major events on Earth? While it's true that planetary alignments like these are rare, they are not unprecedented. A closer look at history reveals numerous instances of similar geometries, some associated with significant events and others not. The idea that planetary configurations like this one can cause disasters comes from a blend of astrology and historical coincidence, but it doesn't hold up under scientific scrutiny. For example, the same planetary geometry occurred in 130 CE, long after Vesuvius erupted, without any notable geological disturbances. Likewise, we see similar alignments in 1486 and 1306 CE, neither of which is linked to significant natural disasters. Even in 1954, when a similar alignment occurred, no major cataclysms took place. These examples remind us that while planetary alignments are fascinating to observe, they don't automatically trigger earthly events. That said, it's worth acknowledging the role these outer planets play in shaping larger astrological cycles. Neptune, Uranus, Jupiter, and Saturn are the gas giants of our solar system, with powerful gravitational fields that can subtly influence other planets over time. When aligned, their combined gravitational forces may create what some astrologers refer to as energetic waves that could influence human consciousness or societal trends. In this sense, while we may not see immediate physical consequences like earthquakes or volcanic eruptions, the alignment could signal a shift in collective energies, prompting changes in global attitudes, movements, or ideologies. For those of us interested in astrology, this October could mark a time of heightened awareness, inspiration, or even transformation. The square between Jupiter and Uranus, for example, often correlates with sudden, unexpected changes or breakthroughs in innovation. Saturn's conjunction with Neptune, on the other hand, can represent the dissolution of old structures and the emergence of new paradigms. Together, these planetary influences suggest that October may be a time of both upheaval and growth, where we confront the unknown and reimagine our future. Returning to the historical context, it's tempting to draw parallels between October 2024 and October 79 CE. The eruption of Vesuvius was certainly catastrophic, and the planetary alignment at that time is strikingly similar to the one we'll see this year. However, it's important to remember that correlation does not imply causation. Just because these planets are in similar positions does not mean we should expect an identical outcome. The Earth's geological processes are complex, and while gravitational forces from the planets may play a small role, they are far from the primary drivers of volcanic or seismic activity. Let's continue with a deeper exploration of this planetary alignment, how it fits within both historical and modern astrological frameworks, and what it could mean on a more metaphysical level for us here on Earth. As we have established, the outer planets, Jupiter, Uranus, Saturn, and Neptune, hold immense power in terms of their gravitational influence due to their massive sizes. However, in the realm of astrology, they also carry significant symbolic meanings. Jupiter is often seen as the planet of expansion, growth, and wisdom. Uranus, on the other hand, is associated with sudden changes, innovation, and rebellion against the status quo. Saturn represents structure, discipline, and the lessons that come with responsibility, while Neptune is often tied to dreams, illusions, and the dissolution of boundaries, both personal and collective. When these four outer planets come into a significant alignment like the one we're witnessing, the combined energetic forces can lead to major shifts, not only on a physical or geopolitical level, but also in terms of collective consciousness. Now, one of the key components of this alignment is the square aspect. In astrology, squares often represent tension, conflict, and obstacles. They are moments where two energies clash, forcing us to confront challenges that can, in the end, lead to growth and change. In this case, the square between Jupiter and Uranus, and Saturn and Neptune, represents a unique and powerful clash of energies. The expansive, forward-moving force of Jupiter is at odds with the rebellious and unpredictable energy of Uranus. Meanwhile, Saturn's need for structure and control is in direct conflict with Neptune's boundary-dissolving tendencies. This tension is something we may feel in a variety of ways here on Earth. For example, in our personal lives, this alignment might bring about a clash between the need for stability and security, Saturn, and the desire to explore new horizons or break free from old limitations, Uranus. Similarly, we may find ourselves wrestling with issues related to our ideals and dreams, Neptune, and the harsh realities of what it takes to make those dreams a reality, Jupiter. This can be a time when we are forced to reassess what we truly value, what we are willing to fight for, and where we are willing to make sacrifices to achieve our goals. On a societal level, this alignment may manifest as a time of upheaval, where old structures are challenged and new ways of thinking and being come to the forefront. We may see movements toward innovation, rebellion against traditional systems, and a collective push for new ways of doing things. However, the tension between Saturn and Neptune suggests that these changes will not come easily. There may be confusion, disillusionment, or even deception as old systems resist the inevitable tide of transformation. What's particularly interesting about this alignment is the involvement of Neptune. As mentioned, Neptune is the planet of dreams, illusions, and the dissolution of boundaries. It is a planet that is often associated with spirituality, mysticism, and the subconscious mind. When Neptune is active in a planetary alignment, there's often a sense of things being unclear or hard to define. It's as if we are walking through a fog, unable to see the full picture, and this can create a sense of uncertainty or confusion. However, Neptune also holds the potential for profound spiritual insight and connection. It is the planet that encourages us to look beyond the material world and tap into our intuition, our dreams, and our higher selves. With Neptune squaring Saturn, there is a strong tension between the practical, material world and the spiritual, intuitive realm. This could manifest as a period where we feel torn between the demands of the physical world, our jobs, our responsibilities, our need for security, and the call to explore our spiritual side or pursue a more meaningful, purpose-driven life. It may also bring up issues related to disillusionment, as we are forced to confront the gap between our dreams and the reality of our current situation. At the same time, Neptune's influence can also open the door to powerful spiritual awakenings. When we are willing to let go of our attachment to the material world and surrender to the flow of the universe, Neptune can help us tap into a deeper sense of purpose and connection. This is a time when we may experience powerful synchronicities, dreams that feel prophetic, or intuitive insights that guide us toward a new path. It's as if the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds is thinner, allowing us to glimpse the deeper truths that lie beneath the surface of our everyday lives. Jupiter, the planet of expansion, also plays a key role in this alignment. Known for its connection to growth, wisdom, and abundance, Jupiter can help us see the bigger picture and expand our horizons. However, in this case, Jupiter is in a square with Uranus, the planet of sudden changes and rebellion. This suggests that the growth and expansion that Jupiter brings may not come in the way we expect. Instead of steady, gradual progress, we may experience sudden breakthroughs or unexpected shifts that force us to reevaluate our path. This can be both exciting and challenging, as it may push us out of our comfort zone and into uncharted territory. The square between Jupiter and Uranus also suggests that this is a time when we are being called to break free from old patterns and limitations. Uranus is the planet of innovation and revolution, and when it squares Jupiter, it can bring a sense of urgency to break free from the past and embrace new possibilities. This may be a time when we feel a strong desire to rebel against the status quo or pursue a more unconventional path. However, with the tension of the square, this process is likely to involve some challenges or obstacles that force us to confront our fears and limitations. In terms of historical context, we've already seen how previous alignments like this one have been associated with major events. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 CEE is one of the most famous examples, and while there is no direct scientific evidence linking planetary alignments to volcanic activity, the timing of these events has led to speculation about the influence of celestial forces. Similarly, other periods of significant planetary alignments, such as those in 130 CE, and 1486 CE were times of political and social upheaval, although not necessarily linked to natural disasters. It's important to approach these alignments with a sense of curiosity rather than fear. While the idea of celestial forces influencing earthly events is fascinating, it's also essential to remember that we have free will. The planets may provide a backdrop of energetic influences, but how we respond to those influences is ultimately up to us. This October alignment, for example, could be seen as a time of great opportunity for growth, innovation, and spiritual awakening. But it will also likely bring challenges that test our resolve and push us to confront the areas of our lives where we feel stuck or limited. On a more metaphysical level, this alignment invites us to consider the interconnectedness of all things. The outer planets, Jupiter, Uranus, Saturn, and Neptune, are often referred to as the transpersonal planets in astrology, meaning that they represent forces that extend beyond the individual and influence society as a whole. When these planets come into alignment, it's as if we are being reminded of our place within the larger cosmic order. We are not just individuals moving through our personal lives. We are part of a greater whole, influenced by forces that are far beyond our immediate control. This realization can be both humbling and empowering. On the one hand, it reminds us that there are larger forces at play in the universe, and that we are part of a much bigger story than we often realize. On the other hand, it also reminds us that we have the power to co-create our reality. While we may not be able to control the movements of the planets, we do have the ability to choose how we respond to the energies they bring. This is a time to step into our power, embrace the changes that are unfolding, and trust that the universe is guiding us toward our highest good. As we move through October and beyond, it will be important to stay grounded and centered amidst the potential for upheaval and change. This is a time when self-care, mindfulness, and spiritual practices can be especially helpful. Meditation, for example, can help us stay connected to our inner wisdom and intuition, while practices like yoga or Tai Chi can help us stay grounded in our bodies. Journaling or creative expression can also be powerful tools for processing the emotions and insights that arise during this time. In conclusion, the planetary alignment of October 2024 is a significant cosmic event, both in terms of its historical precedence and its potential for personal and collective transformation. While it may bring challenges and tensions, it also holds the potential for profound growth, innovation, and spiritual awakening. By staying open to the lessons and opportunities that this alignment offers, we can navigate these energies with grace and emerge stronger, wiser, and more aligned with our true purpose. As we continue to explore the mysteries of the cosmos and our place within it, we are reminded that we are not separate from the universe. We are a part of it. The movements of the planets, the cycles of time, and the patterns of energy that flow through the cosmos are all interconnected, and we too are part of that great dance. This October, as we witness the alignment of the outer planets, we have an opportunity to align ourselves with the deeper rhythms of the universe and step into a new chapter of our collective journey. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this cosmic journey, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celestial insights.